So, yes, we're here. We go live on our YouTube channel. Benfica versus RX Pro Vintage Masters on the Bimfc Masters YouTube channel. Benfica this evening in the all yellow jerseys, yellow shorts, black socks. And RX Pro Vintage Masters in the blue jerseys, black shorts and blue socks. Benfica kicking from left to right. RX Vintage Pro from right to left. Current score 0-0 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Yours truly, Trevor Thorne from Commentator Sports Incorporated. Also the Vice Chairman of BIMFC and the Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament. As I say goodnight to my production crew. We're live on the first floor of the Empire Club, Pavilion Road, Bank Hall, St. Michael, Barbados. On a beautiful Wednesday evening. So Benfica go with goalkeeper Tyrone White. Back four consisting of left back David Oxley, two centre backs Michael Graves and Robert Lashley, and right back Jeffrey Tate. Middle of the midfield, Joseph Laundry and Mark Walton. Out left, Mark Boyce. And David Codrington's attacking on the right-hand side. Up front, the dynamic duo of Hollis Webb and Marcus Moore. Benfica on the attack. RX Vintage Masters, RX Pro Vintage, Basil Griffith in bar. Back four consisting of Greg Smith from left to right, Greg Smith, Larry Allen, Victor Brathwaite and Lyndon Lashley. In their midfield, Anderson Callender and Anderson Benskin, the two Andersons. Out left, Derek Odell. And outright Jim Bailey, speed galore and a brace of goals in the last one. Up front, the likes of the tricky Eddie Barnett and a stalwart in John Stewart. Those are your two starting 11s. Four and a half on the clock. Both teams feeling their way through this one. As we have a very, very nice Wednesday evening developing here at Empire. You're not too late to join us. Pavilion Road, Bank Hall. Here's Bailey, the left and the right. Sprinting past the defender on this occasion. Looking for some trickery on this near side. Floats one across the box here. Chance out far post. Good control. Right foot shot. Goal! Man, yes, that man, Eddie Barnett. I think he's wearing a number 20 this evening. Superb right foot smash. Pass keeper Tyrone White. Benfica 1, RX, in fact, Vintage Pro 1, Benfica 0. Well, RX Pro Vintage, you got my cameraman jumping. He likes the action. As as we continue to rock it on the first floor of the pavilion.
Oh, nice. Excellent. I see you lighting up. Good.
Okay, so we're rolling. 9 minutes on the clock. Benfica in possession. This one going across their final third. Played wide to the left hand side as they build slowly with 9.5 on the clock. Lashley calls for it. Robert Boat Lashley gets it. Floats a 25-yarder over to the left. Given the treatment. Chest control as RX Pro Vintage Masters now take possession of it. Possession and make it 55-45. RX Vintage Pro, compliments of the CSI statistics. Here comes Benfica. In fact, that's the whistle from referee Tonya Dean this evening. She's accredited. She is a FIFA official, female official. And she goes all across the region and across the world playing her trade. So we almost have royalty in the house here. Tonya Dean. Here's the restart, floated to the far right. Out comes goalkeeper Tyrone White, showing his versatility. He's normally known as a top striker, especially in my day. He was my strike partner playing for the Belgian Tridents probably about 30 odd years ago. Not necessarily 30, probably about 25 years ago. White and Thorne, the combination all across the region, scoring hat tricks and beaver tricks. Ball played into the space. Here's Bailey down the left hand side for Vintage into Larry Allen. I make it, and Vintage looking a well polished team this season. We know they were in the Masters before, but now they have a sponsor They seem to have stepped up another gear and are getting the results that are required, for sure. Nice crowd in this evening as we await the next piece of action. So here comes Benfica. Ball taken away rather easily. Here's Bailey down the left. He's the creator. Cuts back on his right foot. Prods it across. As RX Pro Vintage knock it here and knocking it there. Back to Bailey. The ball has been recycled. And in the meantime, offside is the call. 12.5 on the clock. However, once that's over, we'll have 4 matches back to back to back to back, where Benfica come back to play Blackrock Masters at 5:30. At 6:30, home base Empire Masters versus Paradise Masters 50s edition. Unity then take on Exactly Masters at 7:30. Then Big Bad Bayland Masters come up against Trents in the 8:30 encounter. RX Pro Vintage Masters will have a bye. Here's the speedy Bailey. Good strong tackle he gets to welcome him to that side of the 18-yard box. And the score remains 1-0 to Vintage, of course, over Benfica. 40 minutes on the clock. But although RX Pro Vintage will have a bye, I'm sure they'll not yet. You saw where the ball went? Cameraman, you saw where that ball went? Don't give me another couple minutes. Let's go down some stuff, right? player score? Dreadlocks? The guy with dreadlocks is the score? Okay. So back to the live action here at the Empire Facility, Pavilion Road, Bank Hall, St. Michael. We're graced with the beauty of a female. Here's hoping we can still concentrate on our work. So with 22 and a half minutes on the clock, RX Pro Vintage Masters 2, Benfica Masters 0. Second goal scored by Jim Bailey, the speedy winger, switching from left to right and right to left. Before this match they were fourth. Here comes RX Pro Vintage Masters. That's the shot. Oh my goodness. This is skill galore. I make it Rodney Curtin. Wearing a number 15 for RX Pro Vintage Masters. 3-0 the score, 24 on the clock. Looks like RX Pro running away with it. We live on YouTube. Just go to Bimfc Masters. Current score 3-0. Eddie Barnett on 6 minutes. Jim Bailey on 20. And Rodney Curtin on 25. Halftime here at Empire. RX Pro Vintage Masters 3, Benfica 0. And still another 25 minutes to go. A reminder of Sunday's matches at 5:30. Benfica versus Blackrock. 6:30 Empire against Paradise Masters 50s edition. 7:30 Unity against Exactly. And at 8:30 Bayland Masters taking on Trents in the final game of the evening. RX Pro Vintage Masters with a bye, which means they don't need to play anybody, but they can come and have a line right here, because on the inside we got karaoke. And during the daytime, Empire Elite Team will host St. Catherine's from St. Philip. Andrew Mason and the crew will come down and we will entertain the Republic of St. Philip. Send them back home packing. This evening, your officials for the final game: Tonya Dean, Mr. Michael Lewis, and Mr. Sadiq Hill. All the information right here on top of the first floor, Pavilion Road, Bank Hall, St. Michael. Compliments of Commentator Sports Incorporated. Yours truly, the lead commentator, Trevor Thorne. time for a little bit of this.
Touch up yourself, girl. Just this, touch up yourself, girl. You look nice, you better love up yourself, girl. Whoa, oh, oh. Your body go with the wine, 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 wine. You smell good with the wine, 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 wine. You look nice with the wine, 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 wine. Are you time for the wine, 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 wine? Raise your hand if you don't need a manager. You only need a man who can manage ya. A man who would feed the belly, go down with the jelly and full up with the stamina. Push back like one drop like tick tack like then it drop like girl if it to make panty drop like now let no man tell you what to do. Push back like one drop like tick tack like then it drop like girl if it to make panty drop like now let no man tell you what to do. You could be flirty.
Run 2 tracks too.
You want to party, yeah. You never went to bed.
Before Ton, you're ready.
Yeah.
2 more tracks.
Party, yeah, girl, roll your body there, and nobody knows why we choose to drink all day. Nobody cares if they have plenty bills to pay, 'cause no one's on the time for that. It's not the place for that. Oh no no. Now we take a wine to that, wine for that, yeah. Welcome to the fat land. Everybody has something in their hand. Call it a big job. Every woman run down with a man. This is the fat land, where everybody have a drink in their hand. Some call it a big job. So what you say, Mr.
I love all your wine up. 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 I love all your wine up.
Action time here at Empire Club, Pavilion Road, Banghall, St. Michael. In possession now on the right hand side. Ball charged down by Benfica. And RX Pro will take a throw-in on this, the right hand side. So as the match continues, we'll give you the standings as they are right now. Getting quite interesting after 3 rounds of matches. This is round 4 in the 2022 50s Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament, and after 4 rounds we'll give you the leading teams, those who are first, second, third and fourth for sure, and as the time goes by we'll give you the others who are 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, and keep things jiggy on the inside as well. We've got lots more tracks for you as well, so once you're finished with the matchup, hang around for some drinks, etc. And we got some other vibes like this one lined up, which we'll play a little tickle off, but for sure we'll have it in your eardrums later.
Whoa, whoa.
This one off the Set Good Rhythm.
Whoa, yeah. Ooh.
Keeping it nice and spicy on a Wednesday night.
Yellow, your shape so nice and sort out.
As we say, good evening to those in the USA, Canada and the UK, and those across the region as well, all across the Caribbean. Good night to you.
I love it how you walk it, give me face. Let's make time now. I swear I
So we'll get back to the live commentary,
like this.
but we got lots of music for you as well, like this one. Yours truly, Trevor Thorne, on the 1s and 3s.
Set on so good, them a ball out murder. Set on so good, name just a call out. Set on so good, just for the one name me said good. Show off.
27 on the clock.
Show off. Bubble it and show off. Me said good, show off. Heels when you walk out, high waist. too jealous for life. Ooh, you know how to drop it to the baseline. Applause when you clap it to the baseline. The video they show them that you ain't shy. The bass right, y'all don't slow down. I swear I never been addicted to wine like this, but this bumper lord it got me going crazy. Y'all set it from every angle so I can see the things you do amaze me. Yeah, y'all the way I wine and set on so good, them a ball out murder set on so good. Name just a call out set on so good. Just for the one name me said good. Y'all I love the way I wine. Show off, show off. Me said good. Show off, show off. Overlit can show off, show off. Me said good. Show off, show off. You got the wickedest wine life. I swear I never been addicted to wine. You better give me this wine right. But this bumper lord it got me going. You got the wickedest wine life. Y'all set it from every angle so I can see. Give me this wine right. Things you do amaze me. Come now, girl. Come here and wine for me. Close up channel. Tell me your name and your phone number, girl. Tell me the drink and I go sponsor, girl. Cause your body got form and it's so functional. You make your booty jump like badam badam. When you move it's smooth and oh so pleasant. I don't want no talk, girl, no questions. Take me to the heavens. You body nicest. Your bumper cock up and I like it. I watching you walk like a night shift, girl. I must get a touch to the vibe, it. You body nicest. Your bumper cock up and I like it. I watching you walk like a night shift, girl. I must get a touch to the vibe. Just move now, girl. I want you to put it on me, baby, put it on me. Move now, girl.
All right, we're easing down that music because we headed for some live commentary. Remember, we're live on Bimfc Masters YouTube channel, and therefore you're tuned in. I want to say good night to you. Continue to like and follow us. That way you get the notifications wherever we go live, whether it be Old Boys League, Bimfc, and we're quite willing to be working with the BFA and the ladies football as well, and of course any youth tournaments that are out there that need some coverage. They need those names of players on the tips of the tongues of the community and the world. We can do that for you, no problem. For sure. So let's cue that nice music, and we're going to do some commentary to the backgrounds of that. So there's your track, and we're going to commentate right on top of that. We can ride that rhythm. 30 odd minutes on the clock here, and currently RX Pro Vintage Masters 3, Benfica Masters 0, but they're making a real match of it. It's Wednesday night action. It's the first Wednesday night of the season for the Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament, and therefore I want to say congratulations to the committee for setting it up, the staff for their hard work in getting the facility ready. We're talking about the ground staff, and you know who you are as well, the kitchen and bar staff downstairs, still selling food, still doing fabulous stuff with those cold drinks as well. And as RX Vintage Pro look to defend, we're seeing Benfica coming forward. Chance here at the near post, they'll clear with a good challenge as well there from a good friend of mine from a little while back. Let's get his name for you here as I see him moving through. Hollis Webb, a good friend of mine. We played football together for a bit as well. I believe I think I might have coached him as well at some stage, playing for the Benfica team this evening, and we're looking for him to create some problems up and against Larry Allen and get a goal of his own. Benfica in possession. That's a bit too much for the attacker there. Benfica maintain. This is Webb now. We'll spread it right on the left hand side. Benfica now looking for some action towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Larry Allen coming to the rescue. Strong cover challenge coming in between those two players there. Into the midfield it goes. Benfica still pressing, good possession. They make it about 50-50 now, going down the left-hand side. They're enjoying a nice piece of possession here now. 31.5 on the clock. Coming out of their defence, Larry Allen inside. This time to Adrian A.A. Davis. Little triangle completed. Back to, in fact, Davis wants it, doesn't get it. Ball floated towards the far side, a change ball. Could control in towards the inside right position. Benfica really making a game of it. Tries to put the ball across the box. No real quality on it, and the score remains RX Pro Vintage Masters 3, Benfica 0. Let's release that track and let you get a bit of that music to get jiggy to. If you know what I mean, Duke. You get jiggy to this one here. Don't delay me, go on. Drop that track.
Your shape so nice and sort out. I couldn't even get a tat out. Enough man that turn round them head when you pass out. Enough girl that vex out them man love your wine so. It's smooth like a wire in your waistline. A feeling a desire in your waistline. I love it how you walk it in me face. Let's make time now. I swear I never been addicted to wine like this. But this bumper lord, it got me going crazy. Set it from every angle so I can see the things you do amaze me, yeah. Girl, the way you wine and set on so good, them a ball out murder, set on so good. Name just a call out, set on so good. Just for the one name, miss set good. Girl, I love the way you wine and show off. Miss set good, show off. Bubble it and show off. Miss set good, show off. Heels when you walk out. High waist, the cheeks them a fall out. Queen at the back, you the DJ a call out. Every eye wet on van, you jealous feel like ooh, you know how to chop it to the baseline. Applause when you clap it to the baseline. The video they show them that you ain't shy. The bass right, girl don't slow down. I swear I never been addicted to wine like this. But this bumper lord, it got me going crazy.